guys, who's ready for a really belated favorites video? I meant to do this, like, on the first of the year, and have dropped the ball every single day since then, and today's the 17th, so, you know, it won't be that long till we're doing the January favorites video, but, you know, it is what it is. Better late than never. So we're gonna do it now. It's not a very long list. Frankly, neither is January's so far, so unless a bunch of things make it onto the list all of a sudden, maybe even shorter. But anyway, so we're just gonna jump right into it and do this thing. So, the first one that made it onto the list, which I've actually got on right now, is the EOS Fireside Chai Lip Balm, with just, it's so cute and it smells so nice. It still reminds me of the Sparkling Ginger one, for what it's worth, but I mean, it's very nice. Cracks me up that I like this more than the Sugar Plum one, and yet, we're like down, let's turn it so you can see what I'm talking about, this freaking far into that one. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. I've been using this one longer, so there is that as well. But still, I am quite enjoying this one lately. The Sparkling Snow one, I feel like I would like more if, or First Snow, I should say, not Sparkling Snow. If it didn't have those weird bumps in it, I'm thinking there may be something wrong with mine, and I'm highly considering buying a second one of that one just to see, and if it is, I'll use them as is, but I don't know, it seems very odd that it's got these very rough sandpapery type bumps in the thing, but this one doesn't, and I'm liking that this one doesn't, so I'm using the hell out of it. So, there's that guy. Even more than that, though, I've been using the Soft Lips Frosted Berry Skinny Stick from the holiday collection, which, I know, this one, for a lot of people that have had it, it's been a love it or hate it kind of a scent, but I like this one. I mean, yeah, it's an odd kind of a scent, but I think it smells good, though, personally. I like it. Maybe it's an acquired taste kind of a thing, but even when I first used it, I liked it, so, I don't know. I do see what people are talking about, though, that there is a kind of eucalyptus-y smell in there. I agree with that, and yeah, it does seem like that maybe shouldn't be put on a mouth, but it is what it is. I think it's more menthol that's coming through with whatever tree-type scent is in there. I don't know if it's actually eucalyptus or if just that, whatever tree it is, plus menthol equals this eucalyptus-y smell, but it does kind of smell like that. But the berry is really nice, and just in general, I think it's really good, and it feels amazing on. I have no complaints. I've been using the hell out of it, so it made the list too. And then surprisingly, the other one that's been seeing a lot of use, the Lip Smacker Flip Balm, the Santa one, the cranberry one. I don't think I've made a visible dent really in it, despite using the crap out of it. That's the weird thing with this format, is you can't even really tell where but yeah, like, other than the lip lines on it, that, like, are proof it's been used, like, you cannot even tell that I have used the shit out of this. Like, what the hell? I guess from the top, I can kind of see where it's getting narrower, but it's weird with this format. I've noticed that across the board with these, but, I do really like this one, so it is what it is. That's it for the lippies for this month's favorites. The next thing we have is our food. I've mentioned these so many times now. This specific one, I'm so stupidly obsessed with it, and I don't know why ever since I discovered it. But, the Progresso soup, yes, I went and got it out of the kitchen and hauled it up here just for this video. The Progresso Zesty Santa Fe style chicken. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. If you knock stuff over. If you guys like chili, you would like this soup because it smells exactly like chili, it tastes exactly like chili, but it's the consistency of soup. It is the weirdest damn thing. And I don't know, I mean, it's got beans in it, it's got rice in it, it's got meat in it. I guess there's comparisons to be made to chili there, even though it's chicken in there, not ground beef, which for me is great, but just in general, it's such a head trip that it smells and tastes that convincingly like chili, but it's not chili. It is so weird, but it is so friggin' good, guys. Like, oh my god, I cannot even begin to tell you. Like, just humor me this one, just buy one can of it. Just try it once. I bet you, I mean, again, this is if you like chili. If you're not into chili, then you probably won't like it. But if you're into chili, just saying, I think you'd really like this one. This has been, like, my favorite lately, and it's just weird, because normally I stick to, like, very narrow margins of what I even eat in the first place, and it's usually, like, from here to here. I don't venture out of that comfort zone. Then all of a sudden, the last couple months, let's try all the things! I don't know why, but every once in a while, I get into a mode like this, and I'm in one right now. And, like, even my sister, like, saw in the pantry cabinet where the soups are, she's just like, okay, I don't know what kind of weird shit you're going through, Jen, but these are strange. These aren't like you. I'm like, yeah, but they're really good and you should try them because they're so good. And she's like, nah, I think I'll just stick with, like, tomato, stuff that's safe. And I'm like, you can have your tomato. I, on the other hand, am going to be eating all the chicken ones that I can get my hands on. I don't know, I just, like, picked up anything that had chicken in it and have, like, gone down the line trying them. But some of them are, like, really out there ones like this, or, like, the spicy chicken and sausage gumbo one from also Progressive. I'm just like, I don't know, but they're really good, and I can't recommend them enough. So, just saying, you should definitely try them if you get the opportunity. So then, I only have one of these boxes on hand still to show, but remember in that Safeway haul, the 2 boxes of Cheez-Its, the hot and spicies and the Pepper Jacks? Yeah, I ate both of those, and this is the second box of Pepper Jack, but both of them belong on this list, just they have been sold out of the hot and spicy ever since. I actually liked that one more, but I see why it's always sold out, it's that friggin' good. But I did find a second box of Pepper Jack, but anyway. So these both belong on the list. If you like things with a little bit of bite, they're not that spicy, ultimately. They're nothing like the, brain fart right now, the, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. They're not like that type of spicy, it's just like a little bit of heat that's in with the flavor with these, but it's a good heat, though, and I don't know. I'm noticing a trend, just all the spicy things lately. This could be why my stomach's not agreeing with me the best lately, and I keep having indigestion at the same time. God damn, they taste good. Anyway, so, additionally, this is not a food. We're past the foods now. So, when my Nez knitting needles broke, I had to find just anything that was the right size and length to replace them with, and I ended up with these Clover bamboo knitting needles, and I thought I'm gonna hate this because the only time I'd ever used bamboo knitting needles before was with double-pointed needles that were, like, size 3 or some junk, like, years ago, when I was, like, trying to do knitted lacy gloves, and within a day, they were bent and splintering, and I just was like, this is like trying to knit with freaking kebab skewers, and screw this, I'm never using bamboo needles again. Until I did, because I had no other choice on this one, and actually, apparently if they're a slightly bigger size, they are not bad to work with. They're, like, really light, like, these are virtually weightless. So it actually does make the work go a little bit faster because there's less resistance, but, anywho, the only downside, I'm gonna make a video with pros and cons on these, by the way, but the one downside I've noticed is how much they pick up the dye from any yarn you use on them. And the yarn that I use on these isn't generally a very bleedy type of yarn. I even pre-wash these hats and nothing comes out in the water, nothing's ever come off my hands, nothing's ever come off on another pair of needles I've used it on. And yet, like, can we just... It's like a freaking dye magnet. When I first got them, they looked like this. Just, can we, which one was the dirtier one? This one. Can we just, side-by-side comparison? And in less than a week, they looked like this. Just for point of reference. So that is the only downside, but they're so lightweight, though, and surprisingly smooth when they're not stupid skinny to where they splinter and break. So I actually am enjoying these, and that's why I got a separate pair. They're, different size, different length for blanket knitting, but yeah, I'm just like, well, shit. I mean, maybe I should give them more of a chance since this went so well, and I've actually been enjoying working with them, which I never thought I would say about bamboo needles ever. Does that mean I'm gonna go through my needle collection and replace everything with bamboo? Hell no. But I mean, in a pinch, when I need a certain size, if there's only bamboo available, I won't do my usual, well, screw it, I'll just look elsewhere. I'll actually, maybe give them a shot, as long as they're not, like, really skinny. I think anything under a 5, probably no bueno for me personally. But that's just because I'm Little Miss Speed Racer when I frickin' knit and I hold the needles way too damn tight. So, for a normal person who does it slowly and gently, I'm sure they're very nice. But for me personally, that's why almost all of mine are like steel and aluminum. And even at that, the aluminum ones that are like size 0, size 1, oh, they still tend to get bent and I have to re-straighten those suckers out. But with bamboo, if that happens, they splinter and there's no saving that. But these apparently are sturdy enough to where, at least through what I've been putting them through, they don't seem to break. I'm sure if I tried to, I'd break them, but I don't want to break them, so I'm not going to try. Anyway, almost done with this list. So, the last two, I should say, don't have a physical item to go with them. So, one of them is Season 3 of F is for Family, which is a Netflix original cartoon, and, I have to premise this with a caveat. I put this on the list when I started watching the season. This was just like the last season of Orange is the New Black all over again, where I put it on the list early, and then by the end of the season I was like, does it really deserve to stay there? Fuck it, I'm leaving it. But, it started out strong and I was enjoying it, but by about like a third of the way through, it started to take a nosedive, and it just got worse and worse to where I cared less and less by the end of it, so kinda honorary mention on the list, because like I said, it's not as solid as I'd like it to be on this list. It's not as solid as, the previous seasons of it, even. I'm hoping this isn't a sign that the entire show's going downhill from here on out, but I mean, what can you do if it is? At least it's only 3 seasons in, so I mean, it's not like I've invested too much into it if it does, but I mean, at the same time, it takes like a year to get a new season, so you wait a year, and then it's lackluster. It's just like, well, that sucked. Now it's gonna be another year to see if the next one, like, brings it back up, or if it sucks worse, or just status quo. I don't know. Like I said, honorary mention, basically, for that one. And then the last thing on the list is a website, actually, which I don't think I've ever put a website on one of these favorites lists before, but, this one is. Frankly, I could put a second one on it, but you all would question my sanity if I did, so I'm leaving that one off. But this one, for as well known as it is, I never really got into it until, like, the past few months, but last month especially really into it, because I started, like, posting instead of just reading, but Reddit. Yeah. I mean, I've heard people talk about that site before, I've casually browsed it, but I never really understood the way that Reddit worked, and I think that's why I never got into it more before. But now that I'm comprehending it better, and I get the ins and outs of how it generally works, I'm like, oh, I freaking love Reddit! This place is great! And, oh my god, I'm already following so damn many subs on there, but yeah, I am loving the crap out of Reddit. Who knew? I mean, my brother has been trying to get me into Reddit for years. That one prior local friend that turned into Bridezilla that I still haven't really spoken to since she did that, she tried to get me into Reddit years ago. Several people have tried, but I finally gave it a fair chance and stuck with it for more than 5 minutes without getting bored, and I'm glad that I did, because now it's like one of my staple websites I go to every damn day. So, that is a thing. There's basically a subreddit for everything on there, and yet there's no real lip balm addiction on there, so I may have to make a subreddit for that, because I saw somebody claimed /r subreddit, or /r lip balm. But it doesn't allow new posts, and it's got like 4 people in it. So I'm like, well, that's bullshit. There should be a better one. But I feel like unless people are gonna join it with me, is this just like an exercise in futility? I don't know, but if you guys would be interested in me making that a thing, I will happily make that a thing, and you guys can join it, and I don't really know what we'll do there, but we'll do something there, I'm sure of it. I meant to make a Facebook page for that years ago and then never did. Someone else tried, and then it kind of died out, so I'm hoping maybe this will go better. I don't know. We can give it a shot anyway. But anywho, that is it for this month's favorites. Like I said, it's a very short list. Not much on it, but still. Anyways, hopefully the one for January will go better. So anywho, you guys know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. What was your favorite thing out of what I showed for this month? What were your favorite things for December? Or even January, since we're like over halfway through it. Let me know down below, as well as anything else you feel like leaving me. Make sure you're following my social media accounts. Follow my Facebook page, my Instagram, my Twitter. They're all down below, as well as some other crap. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. So anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.